Hello, Busia for Medini Empress Philippa. I said the Danny day na yɛde nsɛmpa me ne me team members yɛde nsɛmpa ɛbrɛ yɛtiefo na ne nso yɛhyia mu biom and yɛbɛbɔ nsɛm no back to back wate aseɛ apɛnsɛmpɛnsɛmu de ama yɛtiefo nyinaa ai na nsɛn korɔ no atua te se wɔ ɔman Ghana mu a medwene wɔ koraa mente aseɛ ai na nsɛn a na ɛnu ɔhema akɔ wia obi kɔtam obi bag ɛno no ho asɛm ba media ne so ɛtwe ne srani abasa nkura mmiɛnsa bi nso ɛwɔ wase kuropɔn so obi ntaadeɛ ɔno deɛ wɔsisi dada mpɔn kɔ na ɔmo mpɛ mo no ɔmo nso akɔ wia mmea biri mo mo ankasa kyerɛ sɛ afewe deɛ ɛkɔ so koraa deɛ mente aseɛ ɛyɛ yɛ commissioner Friday nso de nsɛm bi nso abɛti gya a ɔno nso kyerɛ sɛ yɛ landlord foɔ ɔmo de dan ma tenant foɔ han no ɔbaa wɔ hɔ nom ɔde mmarima ba fie dodo a mmara wɔ ho kwan sɛ efiewura ne timi tu sɛ woyɛ bɛrima nso na sɛ wo bɛrima no nso ma ne nna na ɛnsi ne ta na dabi abɛma no asɔre sɛ sogyani a wɔkɔ ako no a ɔno nso wɔ sɛ wɔn nso yɛn nso sɛ ɔngu baabi yɛntu kyerɛ sɛ nsɛm no ɛnyɛ asɛm a ɛyɛ ketewa nti me ne me ti members ahyia deɛ bɛpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛm mu na sɛ deɛ ɔne Frederick yɛ adwene no yɛpanyin yɛ adwene ne yɛbɛkyerɛ yɛ adwene ɛne nkura ne korɔ no nso ate hyɛ wɔ ma Ghana mu no so no ne na yɛbɛpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛm mu de ama yɛtiefoɔ nyinaa AfroCityXtra yɛtiefoɔ nyinaa wokɔ YouTube a wobɛtumi asubscribe yɛ channel no de ama yɛ same as TikTok is still AfroCityXtra nti kɔ na ɛkɔ follow yɛ na comment na like na share fama yɛ MC Kwana no mwakwa baso kode ba AfroCityXtra so.
Oh, Ohima Philippa, Meji also. Na medawa sin so unu for I think it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
But ne wo makwenya say meet me ase akasa bi ma me de ase de ni kabia besu so na atu ye hwefo ne atiefo nyina.
Okay, that's what Papa you share ache. Agoji. But about 2 months ni je say. Many jan show so.
Ya no wa ho fe ne na man broken heart. Nti am enta ma. Me no tu say na me hwe o say say na makoma. Because they are not home for the minimum CDB out in any promise so that will become
meta up in from black nature. My combined face.
Na me da so ni akonya de ma me program me so.
My team me da say. And your commissioner some of the abetu just say Bema han dan no ye mass what the ma be different ladies be fie ho no me hwehwa wase enne emra wo ho kwan se wo fie wura tu ana so wo your ban so na se wo de mema bebre be fie ho no na nya ba ko mienu miensa na omo doso eno nso emra e wo ho kwan se tu MC Kwana ne wadwen kire eni se wo na bonsam ode abetu gye
Empress medawa sibium na madaya tiefo ne yahwefo ase. I think say your nature as Ghanaians and I said it's drinks as a Ghanaians no and why kwan bebre so na baby am me hunu ne say Ghana ha no wote ha na so live hypocritical lifestyle you are so cool to survive. Why am I saying this? But hunu on me anka sa me de me ho ye mfa nto ho a so say na say baby na ma chichiri me tikakra.
Yeah.
And trust me, at some point I realized that they are doing very well.
Okay.
And that aside, I can say abribia nipa bedi kan de ne hu asusu ni nsusu ye ansana be ni bibia wa ye no. So for the big women and as men can say ma me for me ma me from be pa me ni omo fro tro me ni omo enyansa wo so no at that moment the normal me bia me fro kara me show bi was ma me kakra na oni ma me pom so ye pa I would prefer to meet you and lawyer man. Uchi mani we the no or show appearance na. No, I surprised that hey. Na brand tell bonity na what na mention come on uchi and lawyer face was in a then they start treating you all. But this is me. Hey bia mashade ayimiti argument about you say in egwa na ma me. And your ma me ye no. You won't believe it. Entina so check here. Mama ye drugs ankasa ewo outside world no yeah. They don't keep beer obachi country be is it country be nkra na omo daily drug baby Mexico right
Mexico Puerto Rico
you will see them
Cuba,
no beard very like a groomed hairstyle and they are in because naturally human beings will judge you Internet me chi obi ne ho fe oye kromfo but ya brand say kama nti se bi de ne ho tan na nka won san mo kro no you see. So the moment you appear a certain way, people expect you to live a certain lifestyle. And this will be my tone for entering the conversation. Papa na some no can home. I was telling us behind the scenes, say, young fan say Philippa behind that. They be na ma different. Ba Philippa ho. The dream say.
Me cry. Juma ya ye inti. Me ma be brave. Ba me ho de be ya.
Me cry for children poaba. Me ba Philippa dem. Oh girl, idiye na for seven or pay me myself. And then me room you say, why baba dem ma? It was who?
Yeah.
It's lesbians. Any gays na ye near day out. Your dreams say you bet your baby. No, when they young for now, behind Diana, they look very composed. You see how those people carry themselves? They look very composed. They are able to do things in some way. Who no one more Joe. I need them who name the across one so. And unfortunately, maybe a landlord would prefer such a person over me. I be a man fan say me have a podcast for me them. Yeah. My setting my studio up. We am a landlord. You don't know what I have inside the room. Or buy a bar. Now you know now na bre ya bet na dey ma ba ne ho. Like you see this kind of way. And so be an enye ma asem. And then things are changing. Levels are changing. Me madwuma na me year previously. It was kind of remote. But at some point I have to be sending reports and other things. And we have a lot of people doing remote works. Nti bi o shefie, ni colleague ba ko so shefie. O fia o nya effective. O pese oba ne ho mo ye adwuma wo dem. Oba ne ho a kan na kan ma ye ba ne ho mo. Oba be wura be ma dem ma. Yes, there is an exception. Bia rent control pese o kire yen say. Wo de oba be hye dem ni so man ye de tuatu afie ofo nyina asum because etodan so a some of the videos are you no media no so no. Ya na ekwa akiri. Amanfo da on pese o mo kire mo obi ahunu so mo nye je ho ne exceptional.
Omo wo ho mo ho.
Ana ono so na ne ho odin ti otimi agire ne ho ana oba ne tiam eno de o china. You have every right. But what is going to be your evidence against me? Abra Philippa aba me home ne podcast. Ade chi Cindy aba me home ne podcast. Ade chi another lady aba me home ne podcast. Untintiantiam mu bia o me dem. Unti so bia jeje bibia ho o me dem. O say me aba me ho dudu ntimi ye ma asem. Me tu afirifie ho. On the other hand, Philippa is a lady. Ebia o ye business bi woni dem you don't know. Yeah. And now ye ade bi woni dem ebe hia. Nti like nipa mba nipa ho. And nipa no mba ho mo nyina no. If you are getting to the pointer, rent control fee is what say a day logbook etufie bi apona no. That should be ho stating the reason for visitation. We are fine, but we are not living in hostels. We are adults. Sebi. Yeah boy abrabo. And things are changing, and we are so almost say I'm ready and now why what done things are changing, systems are changing. Say the who yes amount for them. Somebody put the mrebi ba say we obi bobby them ABCD and just about having sexual affair. You communicate to us so that we know how to go on with our life, but without you giving any means of measurement. Now the kind of raw say we bet me evict so with the multiple partners. Who is a partner?
I'm seeing Joanna. If you're not meeting mommy, pan say me relocate here. No, guy be was your to home use nema. Only me personality. Men kasa no hoda. But to make a trade me new market was a was it already me yo kapana. Or because of say I'm a businesswoman, me ma ba me chain. When nim I just say I dream be a man. It's him say lady you are here there. Finally, I ever beto know who they we meeting. No kra mo try say. Kebia obegeti close ne be am na business and me say me foko no credit din atem that's because me uni me what me the me wan some atna shop say me ye hook up
and sometimes yeah na yes to the extent
o hwe ne ye bia nso ne hu bia sebi wono kra no e bia wonyanru ba bia nyame de wodru abrabo mo tra kan kwasa sem
you know most of the people na omodi esi susudia so omo condemn ye so wo no etodana say wo hwe omo de ben omo and they also omo tu ho na mo you realize they haven't done like any of the work.
Yeah,
so be a share me what ka me say be o twin say anti me me principles or the mama me akra bon said den ba be ma near free aduru yo me me nkra bon said den me di me nkwase asem said den I have to try as much as possible say me mama ngunu because at no point na me mama agema asem atum say kwadwa asem e dey air there no ano no even wo dey air there kra ba ka so say kwadwo wo ye ni ye ni we dey but make sure say obetuto nneoma nyina ye abrano me ma me principle me ka better actually this year o stick akere ebokuru konkonsa safety and what betides you say as young as I was then na ma me fi abontia ba waka akere ma me say okoye na ni pass ma sika wa asem ye bebo ni eja asem no wo ho me ma me na sande tu metim say ena de me fa eja de me fa eno na de kro no ba ye nti whenever me hu obi ade a that ade no eda metim me ma me na sande say metim me principle na say me no kra me peka nyina me ma me kro na sande tu metim say see ye the kind down minimum poni eku a kanokre ni yenku na anokre beje wo nkwa na ntro ho bebre unhuri wie da. So if I meet a parent be on no dream say what it in the bay just because like
her appearance no near me and
I say be cry no ne ba no nam said you said you serious e man ntino we are raising a lot of hypocrites. Amunyan discover me say pan ade am pese me ye wo wi ase boni bi am pese me ye bi am aye trust me ade na me hu pa se me ye because I didn't want people to talk about me was the last thing I did say ba breedi miti. And I had this in my plans to be free Ghana. Meye. But nipa no nti I would have to exit Ghana. And so meye and that is the worst thing I can ever do. Aside that no, I don't see the reason why I meye adia or say me this CEO. I'll better do so you criticize me and give me your reasons for your criticism. Then I improve if I think it is not of good help to me. But how do we raise our kids? So you realize that most of the people normally very reserved, very composed.
And the crimes once or call relationship ni marriage.
Yes.
I say guys ni who say we for ba war ba on when him she no. One who is on any satia brabona. One who have an appearance no dia jio when him ni panisun ni.
But ni pani beba no.
Any pani be we na fe what the subai bi ba na fe when no who say metinya wa wale me ko wale ni pass mesi me wa nyenye se no tie but ye wo girls ni bi nso hon ma wo mani so ade na say o ma experience ni ma e bia nka wo hwe ne fa no e na ko wan judge no because of na appearance e na de ni ko fie maybe ko be better e de amount e wo fie ne Ghana for Ghana kromasi ankasa minim adwuna e hye ni pebitime ne wo ye obakọ na opiese waso na wo ye be ma na opiese waso kra wo ya shawoni wo ye hook up wo di chain to na ya yes wo ya shawo wo ye hook up.
So Philip had said any canon sometimes your perception is really over a lot of things. Enti adiwe na rent control man na diaba no meme wo gidie se omon hye ho mrankyere who a partner is ebia obi a wo hu so obafia wo dwen se menene ye bibi wo adwen na ade dwen baby what did be uti say did no baako mienu miensa no kra can say environmental pollution and mo can say noise pollution is dey as o tuatua waso betimi dem na di no but pass ojina abonti wo hu say be awura be ma dan munti ojina chen edwen sa ebi ameka so ti fie bi mu mpo na say fie mu 400 dwens adwen na chale it draws you a chunko actually because ba fie a
wo ba create
na yam sise
no kra etimi se
ana unim de na adwen mu ha a obagie
di serious yeah
enti eba na sa kra na ho pese oba no be su achi na ebi a okida ho kra na you don't know what is going to happen, you don't know who he or she is going to meet.
Yeah.
Ti me sa de na da Ghana for ti me say there before a situation the judge say obi the bia oba fufuro run dem the bia oba fufuro ba ne ho the bia be ma fufuro run dem the bia be ma fufuro ba ne ho
mo kra san kwa mo kan ni say kra say bia ban ba be di 1 day 2 day 3 day no say bia na girlfriend another person ba no be the same time no say bia e ma se na enipa ne de na obi ba no okọ ne be bi de na utimi konya mindset bi say ni passment ye we mpra ne we mpra
bi ho a oba ama waye na djuma bi na ama no
okọ just 30 minutes wo na
since am tie say nka me fa na so start me consultancy job gidi pa na say me mama for online I started consultancy gidi I don't have an office now ti so bi pese chinchi na opese ojiudi no pese ohunu efia no beba obeka kire say behind dan say me dem but behind dan say me dem ni sabi obi behind dan say odem yes you deliver mama for right ti ya den na me so one day or one occasion if my client wants to meet me in my room and but me see no kwan ti na se no kan dey perfect but me rent control man we here I think say you won ma bi wo Ghana ha e wo say ye eno na wo so de na adwin buso ye mi so mo say agent no agent no 10% no mo je say na kwa aban ho
say na kwa aban ho o ti free
e was eno na wo so odwen ho
they should think about me see agent fee nkwa me try almost 6,000 Ghana.
That 6,000 no 13% kwa aban ho it makes a lot of sense.
6,000 Ghana.
So if this rent
control once a month come so concert nkwa people be nchen na fa ho
if this rent control man really wants to work and maybe
no yeah the singing room self-contained cry 1 month has 1,000 2,000
Kumasi yeah he be a chamber then be cry friend chamber hall
1,500
oba bisa ho say chamber hall
me say agoju who call high 2 bedroom na kuta 2,000 3,000 2,500 na wunya bi Kumasi ya
Philippa dey ya ne say sa chamber hall na tie kan wasem sisi ano obi betimi de sa dan studio ya yi na tie sisi ya yi obetimi apayu for no aka cho say a single room
self-contained ne krepa then mun keten o kitchen cry so for so answer now
so if the rent
and never when na cost mo hwe wan asem o ba ya say be ma tena wo hwe na se fiera ho na say obi di nipa
do ba multiple sex partners
obi abewi obi
ya wo sex meter ben na wo Ghana ha de check say obi ko obi dem ne nada
person mate
kan na fo gina mu
o de go di ka de no me ba
so they say be fie for the say ba say landlords obi be sire obi bebrebe ho ba na se be ma banje bebrebe ye mpom na be ma nzo ba banje bebrebe and won fan ko hotels
me say
no say nipa madam say one say sex e koso gidi anu so mun close sa hotel
agoji making the point
enia ma koso e wo Ghana mun benye enia ma de mpuntu obebe o man Ghana mun nyene ho asem ya de betu dware ase
empress e ma agoji o making the point ni we I have an assignment for the rent control man am dream say
agoji share waje ni enko
Ghana for mpanyimfo asif say omon dwen ye ho nyinti ameka so omon dwen ye ho ni say se mo shemra ho na mo shemra mo nyina wi ntare ntina mo ye ade bebo am na ade emwa na mo pese de bia mo pose won yen so and yen hwe ni say o gay and lesbian on person mo man koso Ghana ha na say you are trying to tell me say my behind that will fee me to say mpama de me ma adwuma na everyday bia ma abadwo me de adwuma be fi so mo adwuma nko a nteno nso so no ma ye boni ana yen hwe so oba opam because me ma che ma bebre adwuma opam me ma no ma no behind that na say bia me ma be fi no ye adwuma se ne wo ken na me be gi o adwuma no so ye mpam na na and yen hwe sa de we ene wo we koso se ne wo ka no muntimi nya de be bua yen a ene akonya no mun so yin fi so because it's about time ye nyina ye ni bie o ye nkurasefo nkwa wiye o Ghana anye third world country bie mu ye ni abie social media ne media na bie ye ni internet na bie ye ni enti mo ye ade bi a kyen ya ye koka mo se ye mu we mento sabi nkwasi asem na mo ka kyen no na me de me ho de misika empese bi na wo kan yo enti hotel so me da hotel abetuma ga so wa betumi ana makoje apartment betuma ga so wa betumi ukoka mo me mo ma enka na mo keka nsem feature mo keka ne mo pa kyen ade na ekoso no ministers one when no on function it seems say ye be ye demonstration tia no because ade oyege ana
ono gengo
ono demonstration tia no because we gays na gay and lesbian na person opportunity Ghana has you exactly na to so person say mama bebre mama mesrawo ana mama bebre mama mesrawo de o person
ka say mama baba ma ho dia
okay
na be ma kro no
mo ya konfo nso
ode ko
omo ya konfo nso
like you see at the same time you penny for na at the same time we take decision and say omo de mrabi bo mo ndwe ye ho
debi
ye be si omo trim bia no omo ka kire
me say Philippa me have come to a realization
we na woni na so who dwene nsi so no po ba bia
I've come to a realization say omo nipa na ye hu omo say nipa ye ni papa sikafo ye mbewu abeti papa ye no ye ni papa ye no ye ni papa obehwe mpa no they are able to either say omo manipulate amanfo na omo oppress omo no or ha amanfo but amanfo na or ha omo no nipa o say obokoka ba so mo ba bi omo nya tiefo
debi
o nipa body nipa
but minka
and am say sangofo ni nia no omo de be kanti no o ye omo body de bia na ye bona ba so nipa o nipa papa Ghana if you really want to live here now back say body so nipa papa first of all kawano tu won nsem ho
okay
o kawano tu won nsem ho na say upia ebia wo ye oba anka won condom skirt upia na de wa shegele bia ukoduru ba bia wo kona wa satade wo se enti na papa fu bebre ebe sori adi omma emema ne ma chi defend omma but say bia kra no opia
You don't know what the person is going to do.
And you see, sir, I was telling me, you shot na esisu. Ebi oba bi ba ho ba ya de ama oba bi me na mpema anamfo fa che me ma. Even up to now, obi oni me bia ni me ma build lasting relationship.
Oma yes ama said na wo kan no say omo ho otan na da bia na de adeboni si. You see, also him an kwase asema odi.
Gane ho otan.
Wanye man kwase asema odi, me say gane ho otan. E kamanfo pa media na so nka de be na wo ko media wo ko TikTok amanfo bo defend class.
People are defending me.
Defending say onu no nkyere mu no ode aba no which is ma me no ne ama ne de na o kan no kura no mo patch say ma me no kura aboa.
Anya ba ko anya mienu. Na me pese me kan rent control man asem no ye wia o hema asem no. Ye ba address pa. Because rent control man.
Obi no ho ofede o baga na na say wodu all in the name say wako Ghana's most beautiful to him edi nkwasi asema. Na wasi ya kata so him aye fine girl. Kwasi amuni twase na wana sebi no emfa nanim tanta no de bia de boniefo enwamo enwu nanim de bia sa
abutre asem na how.
Me see sometimes on won bia bi ni sexy by asema na yekan mo de bia no mo wiase na mo no boni na so boni na mto so if you shows nigga kwaso girl o ekromfo ni juma odi ano no eni pa ni ekromfo ma be ja TikTok o ye no live say mo boni defense on say ni fiefo na ya ni sa na eni pa na ho atan na ya bono na ye so akọ wi no ni fiefo be ye ni
na sa nkrofo no mo tuwa be tena adum no omo no ahema enfo no mo fiefo ye omo
wa mo na mo fiefo omo
ade ba chi bia ye bo omo
aso stone na no wo fa wo bo kuna mana papai ama abeka ne last yi say as wo enso ade achi a wo beta ko
enti omo
no send pa no ahema na no wo ba o shop no be select no be yi no one no ye baka se fiefo
ba empress some minute tap on rent control man dey me person me manage man no onye first of all rent control man no hu ni say he's in first of all so bebo am man na eden atumpon na reti asemo kan o se ye de to na ye aman bia ye de to na yi akwan tax asem na make nye to na wo dwen ho
metu ase
enti se ye de sa tax na yi aman o ba ye as rent control pani no ade wo so dwen ho na ye tokura de dem a amanfo e fa man ni sikadi ene bi na maka chewi agent me ko pedan boy the agent
no register
is there any regulation register but there is nothing it na make us asema na make an ehia me pa agent no oba na kokoto landlord no na landlord no ka say dan na 700 cedis a month o say 8400 agent na check say wo so be we no nya 1000 so be ka chere ne say there be 700 nemwa yenye no 1000 a month and no na so no be nya say 1,200 actually. And we are making these agents make money without paying anything to the government. If this man knows what it's about, in the beginning of their term, that was last year, I did the write-up telling the rent control. I've always been concerned about rent control, not because of this topic. Telling him, say, to Kropaewo, any agent, first of all, register all the agents you have on your system. After registering them, code and I carried them. You use them to map out the houses first of all. Pay out houses a way and find a crapa avenue 16 pay out what is the next thing you do? Agent assume see the area hanging obi pedaya haya you say agent when they run this area asem sia say agent your friend to the office say fine bi na be fine na you fine no say ne nkrata odi adwuma na wo say agent for some time say the area galam say for na ya je na fe ya man hu say you are not acting for 1 month because wo bumira no so. They decide agents we aboa e dey akura funeral for suban agents no be say activity say dey some for acting na odu area sometimes they randomly enter houses to check any my cost with you so that you also pour out to them now come say funeral be wo gap. I've stayed in the house a funeral no in so to abewura dem you told okay catch funeral no say no funeral no feel say
also
on the way I but trust me this is a property you are depending on
it's your own.
Whenever you have to think about improving it. It's can you say that ultima na say what you japade no ho a the first thing you have to think about na yes kwan about first protect no because eno ama unidi etu siesie wa japade a sabi me kwadwo usu am tie papa be na wa ye me say wa usiesie wa japade say nsuo nton say wo dan eso ene enam say rent control atetia pansama ye check obi atofado do obebu no boso minti no. We are here thinking about this when we have all these to resolve. And rent control man no so nim na dwuma onyai for the camera seminar or yeah sorry hostel there now sometimes oye ni ye but we are what is the action then share the dem afiro afo no so omonye. And if you don't get serious as a country and always in your man who here Ghana they be amanfo ka na America bi so omo se emra na ayese enten time a chi ni omo amu ha na de emu odu no na enten time no. We should stop using the spider web and we should start using net more than as a mirror. Then protect the citizens enough. I think say nyoma ye face you rent won Ghana ha no. Say bi obenye je ho the list of it. I'm not saying say obi nkoko for ba me say ne dem ntuatu ni fie for aso. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is say it's though it's not right, but there are priorities. There are better things we can give our energies to. That is implementing the space very well than say obi the bad do about be the partner. Who is the partner first of all, and how are you going to determine the partner? You can't just give out words when you haven't given out the determinants. It's quite important for some determined partners. They should bring it out. No more former landlords, not the same landlord they should hold accountable. So say then you so the two them. Yenin na so bia. They feel have any minute say afibia or the 100 cedis I can rent.
Ebi kura 100 cedis.
Onye hwe wo dan num
100.
On siesie mu. Afibia no the 100. E ka ho.
And so 2 years no so asmato. Or the man 10,000 to 200 obaka cho 10,000.
Kutumi kokotena fie bi mu. Ensuo o fie ho. Say be bie ensuo no kura mu abubi no. E ya asem. Kutumi kokotena fie bi mu. Ball ni fie ho nyina. Ukoto ball egu abonti wanya
asem.
Sometimes we even forget say a few of where you say also we make baller. Only say camera no ho. Rent control the also mama one for only say few also nya baller o fie because nipa didi say the sabi your water toilet. Waste no baller na yema.
Obi atopa okogu na abeka ho.
I just so for 2 months na me ni ba wi am to me baller gu. Na just say it's to table like car.
E ma ne ba.
Do a weekend that do Friday.
E bia na kwaso ba bia me ti say asa. Saturdays be na bola car ba.
Weekend
it's a bola car no make sense Saturday I just say bola na be mene ho.
Me MC be to kwa Friday. Bola ni nti bola na me pesca na ye we tua ka no. E betimi achime aka kurum ha. To da ura dem na wa akra we masu say krachi ni pa na.
Me dem ni
center asia be ni. But bola ni fie ho. Untimi so mfa so ho fa akoto. Untimi de bola koduru eje so krapa waste ayi system no ho. Ma me na chiro se be. I don't know I am and they buoy.
Enya baby kura.
Never been fungu. Ti so sign the wade kofi. Na the ball akoball so sign the ball akofi. Red control fashionable enough. And can you when you know was a fear for put in place and I bet you do fear na ma. O dia ma. Fear to fear or make your arrangement BIS. The hand is a dying hole. And then I'm saying the person what children into no. Abrebi idea again say.
Young what
baby I will do to okay.
Young yen check any man no see akwaje.
And then baby Ogan has said Kenyan resendable bedroom 500 cedis. And to fear agent for adwum bone we are seeing na so he made for free Kumase ha. Agent na the next people are omutiri more dear like omo de na omo ye no extort sika from we the innocent people just because say we are in need. O direct about so fear ma pressure do hear that for tigidi go control na rush into a room do okra pictures of the bed chiro pictures of the bed chiro go room no and this na fe or the joe law fe 100 cd so dey peden am asina be foma obenya dan
am music kan kwa me se metua kwa na bu
na won say rent control apa we onim say sango fo we say regulate you properly you are not regulating them then you are sitting there thinking about obi atopado do obeto and ya mesra mo say any won fa logbook ntu fie bi akwan no na mema no so sabi edum ni omo yonko mema ne da e ma no so
ebi ni ma
na omo yonko ma ne e je mema kwa de wura mema dem a oba be ye mema bia no oba ba ne dem oba be ye bibi wanka ne yi ntimi dem ma no be si wa ha onye na adwuma yi eno ne hia